Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Look at that. Buy and hold. Today is April the 16th, 2018. Strong hand. Personal responsibility is the new counterculture. Well, I'm in Los Angeles. I'm pretty tired. And I want to remind everyone to check out the link section below. You can see yesterday when I was wearing a cowboy hat in a video. You can see the Crush the Street video I was in just the other day and all of my old videos. But you can also see the link to the Century City Bitcoin event that is taking place tomorrow in Century City, Los Angeles. You can get your tickets at the link below. I will be speaking there. I'm getting there a little after 6 o'clock, if all goes well, and I will be there the whole time. I will be talking most of it. I'll answer all your questions. If you're in the Los Angeles area, come out. You get tickets at the link below. Hope to see you there. It should be interesting, and I'll be in Los Angeles all week, and I'm pumped about that. Then I'll be in Denver on the 25th. We're going to have an event there. That's linked to below also. I would like to thank the awesome person who took the time to send me 0.02020, as in the year 2020, Bitcoin. And that was awesome. He was representing the 2020 halving. He actually got in touch with me. And he's also a big Be Private fan. So good for you, fan. I'm glad you saw my Bitcoin address listed below. A lot of my cryptocurrency addresses, if people want to give me donations that way, it's linked to below. If you're watching live, it's almost midnight on the East Coast. It's earlier out here on the West Coast. You can do the super chat if you want to. I'll answer your questions. I also want to point out that the show is going to be later now that I'm going to be in the West Coast basically and the Mountain Time Zone until the 15th of May. So we're going to be doing these shows late at night, Pacific time, most likely. So East Coast people, you're going to have to watch it in the morning or stay up super duper late. I also linked to an Andreas Antonopoulos video. How do mnemonic seeds work? Check that out. I think a lot of people are curious about that kind of thing. All right, get your anonymous VPN and proxy at TorGuard. Use my affiliate link below. I've got affiliate links for Trezor, Ledger, CryptoHWWallet.com. Also, remember to pound that like button, people. All right, let's get into, well, remember to value your wealth in Bitcoin. Here's a link from the MoneroV people. And again, I am not too up to date what's been going on. I've been traveling around, to say the least. So I haven't got time to catch up on everything, but I do have some things to speak about because the weekend was interesting for me. All right. And I don't even know if this is recording now. I hope it is. Okay. Because I'm at a new location, so I don't know how the DSL is. I hope it's working all right. Coinroom.com, a leading European exchange with significant Monero volume, is supporting the MoneroV, and will be listing and crediting MoneroV as the fork is completed. Okay, for all those people interested in the Monero crypto dividend, I get questions about that. That's April 30th. That will be very interesting to see how that turns out. Oh, listing pairs will include Monero, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the US dollar, among many others. All right, that's very interesting. I was reading an article in the Wall Street Journal about, and I linked to it below, Boise, Idaho feels the growing gains of a surging population. And it talks about how housing prices, it talks about a lot of things. I've been to Boise before. I was there in 2015. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. And now apparently everybody from California is trying to move out there apparently. And I know people in Boise don't want me even talking about this because they don't want anyone else, crowding it up, increasing the traffic. But anyway, here's a very interesting quote that deals with what we deal with in the land of Bitcoin. For now, Miss Johansson has put her house hunting on hold until the market cools off. The nest egg of about $10,000 she saved isn't enough for her to buy anything but the very few $200,000 homes, which are going fast, she said. Okay, people. $10,000 buys you a $200,000 home. It doesn't buy you a $300,000 home, apparently. Think about that for a second. Think about that for a second. This is just, they commonly write this because everyone in their right mind, whatever city they live in, is supposed to give away all of their savings and then get into debt because you're getting into a mortgage at that point. That's your down payment, which if you stop paying your mortgage is gone. And they take your house away eventually too. So this is another article that's like, oh, woe is me, woe is me. People can't go into debt as fast as they were beforehand. Or you have to have you have to get rid of even a larger nest egg to go into debt. Bitcoin is the opposite of this situation, okay? It is not debt-based whatsoever. There's no, and that's the other thing. Once you go into debt to get this house, there are maintenance costs, constant cost with this house where you're just huge debt you have. Bitcoin is the opposite. No debt, no maintenance cost at all on your Bitcoin, okay? You got to get a Trezor once, that's it. That's your maintenance right there. And so this Wall Street Journal is like the financial paper of record of the United States. And yeah, it writes an article like this. No, it's not. People, if you want to buy a house in Boise, buy it just with all straight up cash or straight up Bitcoin that you listened to me back in the day, and now you have your Bitcoin's worth a lot of money that you got a long time ago. But again, no, I'm not telling you to get rid of your Bitcoin either. By the way, I remember hold it at least until wait until 2020 to buy your house in Bitcoin. How about that? That's much better. But this is the world that we're in today, that in the Western world, you're encouraged to go into this debt. So they're taking away your freedom. They're making you work harder. And so on my weekend in St. Louis, I was hanging out with some guys, some friends of mine from college. And all of them are married guys, actually. 4 of them, actually. There are 4 guys I was hanging out with mostly. But I was around a lot of other people from my class at WashU, okay? And Washington University in St. Louis, you have to have it's a good school. I mean, it's highly ranked. Those of you who know, I'm not trying to say anything about me. It means you got a good SAT score when you were 17 years old or 16 years old or whatever, okay? And so you would think all of these people would come up with creative solutions to their lives. Let me tell you something. Everyone I saw there, most people I saw there, and I talked to one guy when I was telling him my story, he was just shocked. He said, what kind of life is this you're living? Oh my God. I've got my 2 kids and my wife, and he might be watching this right now, actually. And I tried to start this one business, and I'm working for another business, and I really, I wish I could travel around more. And everyone gets into this rut where the world is trying to, they want to fit into a society where things are constantly being taken away from them. Okay. And this is going to be hard to elaborate on, but that's what I learned, because my friends were so happy to have this one weekend just to hang out with each other, just to go to a bar just to be away from their wives and not to talk about work. That was one of the main things they were like, I'm so glad I don't have to think about work this week. I don't have to think about work this weekend because we're pretending like we're in college again. And I couldn't believe it, because for me, like some of the things we were doing, like going to the bar, I've like so grown out of that. And I never have to think about work. I have all sorts of freedom. People aren't taking away my time. Again, when you're commuting to work every day, your time is being taken away from you. And we have so many people out there. I mean, the corporate workers, the retail workers, they're like slaves to their bosses, slaves to their commutes, slaves to their schedules. And their entertainment is being taken away. Their freedom is being taken away. Their money is being taken away. Their masculinity is being taken away. And these are all, so many alternative YouTube channels out there talk about some of these things. Our guns are being taken away. Our masculinity is being taken away. Everything is being taken away. And people are complaining and screaming. And when they have these few times where they have their freedom again, where they get to not have a set schedule and just do things that used to make them happy. And they're just so amazed. And for me, I think these alternative channels out there should be giving people the answer, not just a step, just an action item answer. But some of these channels like MoneroV say, well, protest this, don't watch this, don't do that. Vote for this. That's not going to do it. Voting, and a lot of my friends, a lot of people were talking politics. I heard some girl said, "Oh, that guy must be a Trump voter," and like again, it's taking away your mind. Something like this, just you're being put into this paradigm where you're classifying the others as this evil thing, and you're just stuck in this machine that just takes away your just your freedom to like have the ability to mix with people without like vilifying certain people and making them out to be Nazis. And where I'm getting at here, and you all know where I'm getting at, Bitcoin fights all this stuff, okay? Bitcoin, but get Bitcoin if you don't want to be in that world anymore where everything is being taken away from you, because Bitcoin is the one thing they can't take away from you. And not they, one thing that but there's no they out there. There's also, that's just the way the world works today, that entities are, and everyone sits back and lets it happen. If you're working in retail, you let them take your freedom away. I mean, one of my friends was saying how, he's doing really well actually, but he doesn't want to think about his investments. He doesn't have time to think about his investments. He just lets his investment advisor do it. So his investment advisor throws all his money in the stock market. So that's taking away his, since he has no time, since that's all been taken away, he can't manage his finances anymore. So for me, I know it sounds, you young people out there, I know some of you that are probably in your 30s already, you think it's too late. And I don't know, maybe it is too late. I don't think it's never too late. It's never too late. But I'm talking, when I say young people, I mean you people that are under 27 years old. Get into this Bitcoin thing now, okay? It's not just about that it's going to go up in value. It's about its opportunity. There's so many people that are starting businesses. If you just network in this Bitcoin space that I'm in, okay? I'm talking to people every day that want to do things. I mean, I was in the airport when I was stuck in the St. Louis airport for 3 hours because my flight got delayed. I was on the phone, on the computer, talking on Google Chat with someone. Just had all these opportunities and all these creative ideas. Once you get into this, you see it's a new world. You'll see it's the future. Just like the internet was like people in 2000 who jumped into the internet, started internet businesses then, a lot of them did real well. This is that opportunity all over again. This is the opportunity to get real freedom and not just sit there and complain about them taking your guns away and everything. Because if you get into this decentralized world, it's going to fight that centralized world, okay? And that's where everything is being taken away in the centralized world. And they're putting limits on not they. Again, I don't like saying they, but separate entities. Banks are making it harder to bank, harder to take control of your own money. Bitcoin is that freedom. It is the key to fighting against what all of these alternative channels talk about. What Stefan Molyneux is talking about, what Jordan Peterson is talking about, return to masculinity. If this is freedom again, you'll feel like a real man if you own this stuff. And again, most of the people watching, it's over 95% of the people watching this are men. So I'm talking to men, okay? I'm not going to make a special video here. I mean, maybe this will help women also, but I'm a man. A lot of my friends are men. I actually mentioned one woman that I ran into this weekend, but this video is talking about, fighting just dealing with the issues that I think a lot of guys feel very frustrated with today. They got pressure coming from all sides, from their wives, from their kids. How am I going to support this? How am I going to pay for this darn mortgage that I got into? And it's Bitcoin. It's just get into this new realm, especially before you get married, before you have kids. Explore this stuff. Have Bitcoin will force you to live simpler for the good of your natural sanity, okay? At first, to just don't buy these flashy things because it's taking away your freedom. It's taking away your money. You get into debt. Getting into debt is the key to losing a lot of things. And we live in a world where everything is being taken away, but you don't have, if you just sit there, if you're in motion, if you get into this Bitcoin world, I mean, you see, I'm living it. I'm fully immersed in the Bitcoin world. Okay. I'm in it to win it, baby. And as you can see, I mean, it's definitely changed my life. And I'm always very excited talking about it. It was exciting to talk about it with my friends I had not seen for a while, and some people, some former classmates of mine that I really didn't even used to talk to and stuff that much. So, and I will be very happy to discuss it tomorrow at the Century City, Los Angeles Bitcoin event. We're going to talk about some, not exactly this. I mean, if you've got questions about the loss of freedom and how it seems like everything is being taken away from us today, then I'll talk about that too. But Bitcoin is the way to fight back against those feelings of everything, your time being taken away from you, your guns being taken away from you, your masculinity being taken away from you. Pound that like button, because they're not going to be able to take that like button away from you once you have that Bitcoin, because they cannot take that Bitcoin away from you. Remember, you'll be a much happier person once you have your wealth in something that you know it's not being inflated away. It will be there to back you up, to get you onto a lifestyle where there is more freedom. So I am Adam. And again, we talk about, again, with the MGTOWs and everything, how do they, a lot of them just complain and complain. They have the easiest route. If they don't have a wife and kids, or if they're divorced now and they are done paying their child support, just start pouring it into the Bitcoin. Pour it into the Bitcoin and hold it and start to look for jobs and create your own businesses around about Bitcoin. Network with your fellow men around Bitcoin. This is the opportunity of this generation, okay? It happened last generation with the internet, and the Bitcoin is going to be bigger than the internet. Money makes the world freaking go round, okay? Think of it that way. This is a revolution in money. I'm pumped about it, obviously, and this is one of those days where I had to do a video like that. So I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Dude, check out the notes section below. I will see some of you tomorrow, and the video will be late tomorrow. Bye-bye.